I'm Chef Eric Crowley and I own the Culinary classroom in West Los Angeles. Growing up, one of my favorite memories was my mother's meatloaf. I can just picture walking in on Sunday afternoon and smelling that gorgeous aroma filling her kitchen. A great comfort food for me. Perfect any time of year and really easy to make too. Enjoy the video and I'll see you at the classroom. For my meatloaf, I'm going to wind up utilizing ground beef today. Now that's not necessary. You could utilize some ground turkey if you like. Sometimes in the colder months, I like to do a mixture of 1 pound of ground beef and 1 pound of ground lamb. Really wonderful together. You could even get some soy crumbles if you want to make this a vegetarian meatloaf. Red bell pepper is next. One of my favorite vegetables with its bright red color and really great in vitamin C content. An onion that we're going to chop up really finely, along with the stalk of celery. My personal favorite, garlic. The more the merrier. I also love to put chopped up mushrooms into my meatloaf too, give it a really wonderful meaty quality. They're fantastic for you as well. To mix all the meatloaf together and help it to hold together, some breadcrumbs, a beaten egg. To season it up, we're going to add in some salt and some pepper, a little bit of mustard, some cumin and nutmeg, Worcestershire sauce, and some hot sauce. To start my meatloaf, I will preheat my oven to 400 degrees. I will also start to saute my onions, bell peppers, and celery. I've started to heat up about a tablespoon olive oil in here on a medium heat. One of the great ways to tell if it's hot enough is to take a little bit of whatever you're cooking and drop a little bit in. If they sizzle, it's ready to go. Onions are going to go into the pan, celery, bell pepper. Give it a little stir. Just nothing like sauteed onions and celery together. The color of the red bell pepper. I'll put a little pinch of salt and a little pinch of pepper into the pan. Mix it up. And in a few moments, the onions should start to lose that raw color and start to get translucent. If you get a little bit of golden brown around the onions, that's absolutely fine. Gorgeous caramelization. Next step, the mushrooms, along with the garlic. Garlic's going to go in, and then I add in the mushrooms. Keep in mind with the mushrooms, they're going to act like little sponges. They're going to suck up all the oil that's in the pan, and they're also going to absorb some moisture that the celery and the onions have released. Now my vegetables have been cooked, and it's time to put together my meatloaf. We're going to give this a little stir, and then I'm going to take this and spoon it right onto my ground meat. Look at that, absolutely beautiful color, gorgeous. Next step is to bind everything together and season it up. Breadcrumbs are going to go into the mix, a beaten egg, and the beautiful spiciness of cumin, nutmeg as well, some mustard, just going to use my finger to scrape that right in there. Hot sauce, Cholula is one of my favorites, love that stuff, and Worcestershire sauce. To mix it, good old clean hand is going to be your best tool. Going to get a clean hand and just get right into the bottom of the bowl and lift up that ground meat and fold it over and mix it together. That looks fantastic. It's really important that you don't mix the meat too much. I'm just looking to get the vegetables and the breadcrumbs and the eggs really well blended together. Once it starts to look really nice and evenly distributed, that's it, we're done. I'll now pour it into a bread loaf pan or even like a casserole dish like this, pop it into my oven, and bake it for about an hour. Shape it into a loaf. At this point, you could even put a little bit of ketchup on it if you like. Some people like that. I usually like to keep it just the way it is. And then at the very end, when I'm serving it, I'll serve a little bit of steak sauce with a little bit of hot sauce mixed into it, or even some ketchup at that point. Some people like to put bacon strips on top. That's a great idea too. Once I get this in the casserole dish, in 1 short hour, I have the best meal I can think of, Mom's meatloaf. My meatloaf is ready to come out of the oven. One of the things you'll see I've done differently is instead of putting it into a big pan, I've taken the meatloaf mixture and put it into little muffin cups. That way everybody gets their own little meatloaf and the baking time gets reduced too. Wait until you see it. It's a great way to serve it. Here we go. Oh, I can smell it. Just tremendous. Oh, that smells so fantastic. Ready to put that up with a little bit of roasted potatoes, and I got a great meal coming right up. Oh, can't wait. Once the aroma of this meatloaf hits my nose, I'm taken back to Sundays right away at home with Mom. She would tell me, put some roasted potatoes all around it with some nice rosemary and some garlic. Oh, that is just tremendous. Just spread those all around just like this. We're going to finish it off with a little bit of steak sauce or some barbecue sauce. There we go. We'll finish it with a little bit of parsley, just to give it a little bit of green color, not only on top of the meatloaf, but even all around the plate as well. That is beautiful. Sunday dinner, meatloaf and roasted potatoes. I can't wait.